Before you start any battle, you need to check the enemy lineup. Say for this example, all the enemies are super mutant. You can use this to your advantage if you know the weakness of a super mutant. In this case, super mutants are weak against Commonwealth allies. So how do we know which ones are the Commonwealth allies? You'll check your team composition and see the bond that you have there. So for my team composition, I have two dwellers that are under the Commonwealth allies. So these two will deal additional sorry will deal additional 15% damage to super mutants. When preparing for a battle, you should also check and see the type of attacks that your dwellers have. So for my lineup, there's one physical attack, there's two physical attack, three physical attack, one energy, one energy. So all in all, there's three physical attack and two energy attacks. This is important later on when you are already in the battle and you are in a buff room where you will choose which buff to get. So at least for my team, it's balanced. But say for example, your lineup is all physical attack, then you will look for that buff that gives more physical attack and ignore those that will give you an energy attack. Now that we are in a battle, the first thing that you will do is to uncover rooms as much as you can without engaging with an enemy. The reason behind this is we want to maximize the buffs we're gonna get, like this one here, so that we'll know if we're gonna get a buff for the next battle or a buff for okay or a buff for the whole map. Okay, so I think that's it. I can go here, but I'll be damaged. So in cases like this, it's quite obvious that you will be fighting enemies more than once, more than twice, right? So you'll definitely go for a buff that is for the whole round. So now we have three buffs here. Okay, so at least all of these buffs are for the whole round. And then you'll have to consider the team composition that you have. So like what I've mentioned earlier, if your team is composed of full physical damage team members, then go for the one that will deal more physical damage. So it's up to you. One way to do a battle is to time your skills as needed, right? Because the gear here, if it's turning like this, it means that the skills will be triggered automatically as soon as the AP gets filled up. So if you're in a tight position and you're dealing or you're facing an enemy that is almost having the same attack power as you might want to do it manually. You can use the skills as needed, like for the stun or for the heal, because you don't want to trigger the heal skill when the battle has just started and all your HPs are full, right? So you are going to wait until the right time where you guys have damage, and that's when you will trigger the skill. Like here. So I'm not gonna trigger the skill yet and wait for the time. Well, I'm dealing with low level enemies, but you guys get what I'm saying, right? But if you're lazy like me, just hit the automatic button 2 times 3. So yeah, I think that's all that I have for you today in terms of the battle. I hope I was able to help you prepare for your upcoming battles, especially for those battles where you'll be dealing with enemies that have almost the same attack power as you. Um, I hope my tips can give you the advantage and help you win more battles in the future. That's all. Thank you.